Thanks for being here today. This is Fiscal Therapy, real conversations for thoughtful financial decisions. I'm Travis Flandermeyer with Lakeridge Wealth Management in Albuquerque, and this podcast is about slowing things down and thinking more clearly about money. Today, I'll be talking about something we see often, why smart, successful people often feel like they should have their finances figured out, and why they often don't.
If you enjoy our podcast, please like and subscribe and consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Albuquerque Journal to help us bring you more content like this. You can find this episode and all of our podcasts on the Albuquerque Journal website, abqjournal.com, as well as YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. See the show notes for a discount code on a digital subscription. Thank you for supporting the Albuquerque Journal, New Mexico's leading news.
Today's topic is in regards to people, really smart people, intelligent people, successful people, feeling as though they should have the answers and not always having those. And it's because they've come from this line of work where they've been the authority. They've been the answer person for many, many years. And now they're oftentimes coming to us feeling a little bit as if they don't have things figured out anymore. And they're embarking on retirement and they don't know what it looks like. They don't know what to expect. They don't even necessarily know what questions to ask. To relate that to real life, I'll give an example. I'm going to use baseball as an analogy because it's top of mind. It's an easy one. This could be true for those of you with kids who are in music or things that you've dealt with in your job, struggles. But think about a time in your life for you or your kid where you were trying to help someone through a struggle, or you yourself were struggling and you're trying to find your way to the answers. And that's exactly kind of what this story is about. So my son was struggling hitting in baseball, and he was getting advice from his coaches. He was getting advice from other players. He was getting advice from parents. I was seeking the same type of advice. I'm watching videos on YouTube. I'm scouring the earth for answers to help him because he'd previously hit well. He'd previously been a good player, and he was really struggling, and it was affecting his enjoyment of the game, which was sad to see. And so I'm trying to help him through this and ultimately searching for information, watching videos, but not necessarily asking the right questions. Neither was he. Neither were the people that were trying to help him. Because in the end, the fix was, not surprisingly, something really, really easy and very, very straightforward. And what it boiled down to was we weren't digging into really what the heart of the problem was with regard to why he wasn't hitting the ball. So let's take that back to retirement and back to people's financial lives. We're in a world today where we have tons of information. We have our neighbors in different phases of life who we're watching. We see their exotic vacations. We see their cars. We may know that their house is paid off. And we start to shape what our life might look like in the future based on where they are in life. Conversely, we may watch a video on YouTube that says what we should be doing, not asking any questions, just telling us what we should be doing. We've got experts on CNBC saying what we should be doing. Take that back to the baseball swing analogy. I was getting a lot of information that wasn't really helping the problem. That's the exact same thing that's going on with a lot of successful people who are about to embark on retirement, a lot of smart people. We've always been trained, let's get as much information as we can and we'll be good. But the key is asking the right questions, not just gathering information, because the information that we are presented with today is on overload. And it's not always applicable to what we want in life or what we want the next chapter to look like. What's most important is to hone in what we really want and dial in the questions that we're asking. That's what we're recommending for people. The trend we're seeing today, and this is super common, on social media, because that's a key place that people will go to for information, it's what should I do with $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever amount of money you may want to think about. And the reality is, what works for one person doesn't work for another. We're not a one-size-fits-all society. We're all wired a little bit differently. There is no one answer, and there is no one correct answer of what you should do with a certain amount of money, or, as we were talking before, with retirement. So again, honing in the right question, it's not what should I do with X number of dollars. It's not can I retire. Right questions boil more toward what do I want my retirement to look like? What kind of retirement do I want to have? What do I enjoy spending my money on? What do I want to see happen with my money? People with kids, with grandkids, have a very different opinion, a very different answer to that question than people who don't. People who own a business may want to see the legacy of that business continue. Others may want to see that business close down because it served its purpose. Some want to see that go on to another generation. Everyone has a very different answer for what they want. So when we go back to social media saying, what should I do with $10,000? I would say throw the answer out the window of whatever that social media influencer tells you to do, because it's not applicable to you. They don't know one thing about you. Everyone approaches life differently. We all have a different lens in which we look out to the world. Asking the right questions is ultimately what this boils down to. And what we're going to do with this podcast is we're going to bring you the experts to help you navigate your own unique world and your own unique desires. Our desire here is to bring in experts to talk about 529 plans and college savings. We're going to talk about buying a house. We're going to talk retirement, pre-retirement. Regardless of where you are in life, Fiscal Therapy is going to bring you experts in their fields to help you hone in the best questions to be asking, help you craft your own and your ideal future, whether it's estate planning, business planning, saving for college, buying a new home, should you rent versus lease a car. Again, we're not one size fits all. There is no one answer, despite what social media may say. We firmly believe that the answer for you is unique to you. And we hope through Fiscal Therapy to be able to help you find those answers.